What is going on, y'all? Hope everybody had an awesome week this week. I don't know, I damn sure did because the Yankees got the win over the Boston Red Sox in the AL wild card and are now moving on as they head up to Canada to face the Toronto Blue Jays. This series is sure to be a good one. So are some other series as well. We got a lot to talk about. Hey, let's get it kicked off. You already know how this game works. There is not enough reasoning to say that some of these topics really do deserve a dose of no mercy, and it's not even close. But yeah, so we got a lot to talk about. As always, be sure to hit the link in the description of this video if you want to be able to sign up for the best TV service available. You can only pay where you only have to pay $20 a month or $60 every 3 months. The referral email is in the description of this video as well. And if you're looking for some clothing, the holidays are upon us, and be sure to check out the True Victory tab in the link of this video. It is veteran owned, veteran operated. They have a lot of awesome shirts. And once you find what you need, be sure to use code No Mercy Sports 15 also in the description of this video as well to get 15% off your entire purchase. You're not going to want to miss it. And finally, Monday, I got to start cracking down because the winter arc is upon us. Now, it may be October, but next Monday, I'm hitting the gym and hitting it hard. Now, at first I was against all this Beachbody stuff, that, you know, the at-home workout stuff and everything, and I was completely against it from the start. But after I started doing Insanity, man, anything bad that I had to say that I thought about of Beachbody, completely out the window. I mean, these guys know what they're talking about. You're gonna sweat, you're gonna get your ass kicked, and there's no doubt about that. They have a workout program for anything and everything. So be sure to check that out and use code JamesKBody for a nice 15% discount as well. You're not going to want to miss it. You're not going to be sorry that you went through the Beachbody process. It's going to be a fun time, and it's going to be a horrendous time. But with all that said, let's get into today's episode. We got a lot to talk about after what happened last week, and man, oh man, I'm excited for it. Let's do it, baby. All right, man. There was a lot of stuff that happened this past week and this past weekend. A lot of college football being played, a lot of NFL being played, and some pretty insane upsets. More so with the Giants upsetting the Chargers with Jackson Dart starting under center. We're gonna get to that in just a bit. But for right now, there were some insane college football games this past weekend. And we obviously got to start with the most obvious one. Alabama getting the win over heavily ranked Georgia, over heavily favored Georgia. Man, oh man, I really didn't think that Alabama was going to walk away with this win, because all season long, leading up to the season, me and my buddies were just could not stop talking about Georgia, and then also them winning the SEC and being one of the top teams in the college football playoff. Man, oh man, that was insane. So, anyways, with the win over Georgia, did Alabama open the floodgates for the SEC? Honestly, I really think that they did, because I was not expecting Bama to come out and get this win over Georgia. Georgia, again, they were heavily favored in this game, and it's insane to see that Alabama went in there, got the win, and man, but I think it's like I think it's a Penn State thing. I think more so, Georgia, can take a big, deep breath right now and be like, okay, let's get this loss out of the way now instead of waiting until down the line for the college football playoffs and everything like that. Kirby Smart, you got to do something about Alabama because you are 1-7 against them all time, and you're destroying every other team that's put in front of you. But dude, you got to find a way to get over this Alabama hump because right now you are their bitch, and it's not even close, my guy. Like, do find a new formula. You got to do something, my dude. All right. So you can't like this is with Nick Saban gone. All right. Nick Saban is gone. You should be kicking ass and taking names against Alabama. You shouldn't be laying down like a dead dog and getting your ass kicked by them. But I digress. Yeah, this win for Alabama definitely opened up the floodgates for other teams in the SEC. And let's be honest, Tennessee would be a serious contender in the SEC if they still had Nico. But the dude decided to go where the money is and go from a potential college football playoff national championship contender to now literally sitting at the bottom of the Big Ten on the winless UCLA Bruins. No disrespect, Terry. I mean, come on. If UCLA is out here getting their asses kicked by Northwestern of all teams, then Nico definitely should have stayed with Tennessee. We also got Ole Miss as well. They're definitely in contention for the SEC after Georgia lost to Alabama. Texas, definitely time to get your asses up there. And, hey, show us why Arch Manning could be a number 1 overall pick in the NFL. He's got the 2 biggest cheat codes in college football right now being learning under Peyton and Eli. So we'll see how that works. But I'm honestly really excited to see what happens this tomorrow for college football. Who's gonna go up the ranks? Who's gonna go down the ranks? I mean, it's just insane, but not as insane as Oregon going into Penn State during a whiteout, in one of the most loudest environments that you can really think of, and getting a walk-off interception against the Penn State Nittany Lions. I really thought Penn State had it in the bag. A lot of people were going for them and everything like that. And so, yeah, it was. I mean, Penn State was definitely driving. They could have forced probably triple overtime if that ball didn't get intercepted. But hey, everything happens for a reason. Now, with the win against Penn State, did Oregon show they are capable of competing in the Big Ten? Yeah, honestly, I think they really did show they're capable of competing with some of the top teams in the Big Ten. I mean, you look at who's competing, and it's mostly just Penn State and everybody else. But right now, the fact that Penn State or Oregon went into Penn State, got the win, and just that's the beauty of college football, baby. You never know what's going to happen. We can only make predictions, but what the teams do on the field really show, like, oh, hey, yeah, this is why we made the suggestion for the teams that we picked. So the Big Ten is definitely going to be interesting. Who knows? Honestly, though, I think Penn State is still the team to beat in the Big Ten. But Oregon really did show, like, hey, don't count us out just because we're going into Penn State at a whiteout during a night game when we're actually going to be competing with them. Oh, yeah, on top of that, actually beat them in their home stadium. So right now, Oregon just added themselves to the team right below Penn State and competing for the Big Ten. Where everybody else is going to end up, we will more than likely never know. But I do know one thing. It's good to see Notre Dame back on the winning side of things, as they are now sitting at 2-2, and man, oh man, things were not looking good for them when they were down 0-2 2 weeks ago. I want to say you lost to Miami, you lost to, I believe, Texas A&M. Let me get my facts straight real quick. Sorry. Want to be able to. Okay, playing Boise tomorrow. That should be fun. Okay, yeah. So, yeah. It was definitely predicted that Notre Dame was either going to start 2-0, 1-1, or 0-2 after their first two games. Playing Miami, who is now probably one or two or three spot as they get ready for Florida State. That'll be a good game. Another rivalry renewed in the Sunshine State, and two teams who, honestly, I didn't even see competing in the ACC. But yeah, so the Notre Dame Fighting Irish are definitely back in college football playoff contention right now, and it's not even close on this one. They got a big win over Purdue, convincing win, I should say. And now, honestly, I really think that right now Marcus Freeman is going to be looking to go for the throat most of the time in every game right now, because after their win against not only Purdue, I mean, it was expected that Notre Dame was going to just blow them out of the water. But after Notre Dame's win against, who did they play last week? Arkansas. Yeah, but I mean, that was expected as well. And now tomorrow afternoon, they they welcome Boise State. This is honestly going to be a good game in my opinion, but at the end of the day, Boise State just doesn't really look the same now that Ashton Jeanty is gone. And on top of that, it's also like, well, dude, you guys are going into Notre Dame, South Bend, and I'd be worried, y'all. Oh shit. Hang on. But yeah, I'd be worried. Especially with I'd be worried if I was Boise State right now. So that is sure to be a really good game if I'm being honest. Should be fun and entertaining. Definitely be interesting for Boise State to be like, wait, y'all don't have a blue field like we do? No, of course not. We don't. But yeah, and since we're on the subject of Notre Dame, let's talk about the Miami Hurricanes, who are now 4-0 and get ready to play Florida State in Tallahassee. That is honestly going to be a rivalry renewed, and who knows? We might see another wide right, wide left, or something like that. But right now, honestly, this is going to be a good game between Miami and Florida State. And with Miami out to a 4-0 start as they head into the bye week, is the U back? I'd honestly say it's pretty safe to assume that the U is back. Really didn't know what Carson Beck was going to be bringing to the table when he transferred down there, because let's be honest, he transferred down there to be with his girlfriend, only to break up with her. And well, I guess when you go through a breakup, you're going to be doing some crazy stuff, like balling out, for example. So basically, Carson Beck is picking up where Cam Ward left off. Really didn't expect Beck to put on this kind of season, but I mean, he played at Georgia. He had the national championship experience and everything like that, and is coming from Kirby Smart to Mario Cristobal. Definitely great coaches in their own right, and this is in no way, shape, or form a downgrade. Obviously, Miami's 4-0 for a reason. They're playing really great football. It's going to be even better to see what happens when they go into Tallahassee and take on Florida State. It's sure to be a good one. James, I hope you're listening for this one as well, because I got Miami winning this one, and it's not even close. Don't get me wrong, I like what Florida State is doing, and in the end, it's really going to come down to either Miami or Florida State for the ACC. I honestly didn't expect that, mostly because Clemson's season is in the garbage right now after Clemson lost to Syracuse. So, I mean, I I don't know how Clemson is going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole that they're in right now. But Dabo Swinney, you need to find something and find a way to get. You need to find a way to get it done and get it done fast, because right now you're not looking good. So, but that takes us to our first commercial break. We'll be back in just a minute. We got some awesome results to talk about with the AL and NL wildcard games. So we will be right back in just a minute.
Game day countdown with Mac and James. It's game day countdown, round rise and shine. Mac and James with the sports talk line. Deep plays, bright lights, teams on the rise. From the first snap to the final drive. Big hits, big plays are the highlights. Countdown's on, it's football time. Game day countdown, Mac and James, let's go. Game day countdown with Mac and James.
All right. Welcome back. Now, Tuesday through yesterday was absolute insanity for baseball, especially if your team was in the wild card series. If you're a Boston fan, if you're a Padres fan, well, sorry to say that didn't go over well for you. If you're a Cubs fan, hey, good on you guys. I mean, right now, I think the Cubs have some serious motivation to make a run in the playoffs and make some noise in the playoffs. Mostly because Anthony Rizzo retired a Cub, and on top of that, the dude's been hanging out with Cub fans in the stands. He's a literal guy's guy. You know, he was just a fan playing baseball for the love of the game. And honestly, I think since Rizzo retired with the Cubs, and same with Hendricks, the Cubs are definitely going to have some motivation going into the playoffs right now, as they take on not their other crosstown rival just up the way in Milwaukee, as they take on the Brewers. I'm expecting good things in that NLDS. So we'll see what happens. But man, Cleveland, what a way to show out, tie up the series, and force the game 3 only to come up real short against Detroit, as Detroit had beat the Indians in 3 games of the wild card series and now move on to take on the AL West winning Seattle Mariners. It's sure to be a awesome ALDS, but we're going to be talking a little bit more about baseball. For right now, we got somebody backstage waiting, and here he is.
I'm a bad guy, the one you love to hate. Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast, like a punch right to your face. College sports villain, taking it over the place. I'll bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. I rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free. Unleashing the truth.
What is up, my man?
Not too much. I'm finally off on a Friday, so I figured I would jump on here.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Obviously, you're welcome anytime.
Awesome. Yeah, I just got done making this turkey dinner, and it was really good.
Yeah, how was that?
It was good. I made this homemade mac and cheese, man. Like it was perfect.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so it was really good. I'll send you a picture.
Sounds good, man. Yeah, let's do a quick recap right now. So what were your thoughts on Alabama beating Georgia last week?
Well, I'll be honest with you. So it was a night game at Georgia, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Georgia's still one of the best teams in the country. Top 5 team. So I'm looking at it, and I'm so impressed that Alabama pulled that win out. No major faux pas by Georgia. It wasn't like they had 9 turnovers. It was literally smash mouth football, man versus man, the entire game. The game around the 50-yard line, so there was no field position battle. I mean, just a purely great game that Alabama went on the road and won at night. So I'm impressed with Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, going into Georgia during a night game of all things and beating Georgia in their home stadium is insane.
Yeah, it is.
So, but yeah, did they open the floodgates for the SEC for other teams to compete?
Not really. I mean, we've been looking at Alabama beating people's ass for about 15 years now, and it seems like everything's gonna stay the same, to be honest with you.
Very true. Very, very true. And yeah, speaking of big time upsets, friggin' Oregon going into Penn State during a whiteout and beating Penn State too was insane.
Yeah, in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to beat a good team on the road and super hard to beat them in overtime. Really impressed with Oregon. But what I saw in this game is that Oregon and Penn State aren't as good as Georgia and Alabama.
Oh yeah.
So I think I had Penn State really high. I had them in my Final Four national championship game range. I don't think they're there. Because I don't believe Oregon is there. So, but sure, I think we'll see Oregon and Penn State both in the playoffs, though.
Oh, yeah. No, I really couldn't agree more. I mean, the Oregon really showed that they can hang with Penn State and competing for possible appearance in the Big Ten championship. And like you said, compete in the college football playoffs, too.
For sure.
So, rest of the season's definitely going to be good, but with Notre Dame back at 500 right now after starting the season 0-2 to Miami and Texas A&M, can Notre Dame still make a run in the college football playoffs now being at 2-2?
Yeah, for sure. If Notre Dame wins out, and their schedule aligns pretty well for them to do so, 10-2 Notre Dame team is not getting left out of the playoffs ever.
No.
Notre Dame is the most storied program in college football history, and if they're winning 10 games, they're going to the playoffs. So, but it really just determines their gameplay from here on out. If they drop one, a 9-3 team might not go. If you got a 10-2 Mississippi Ole Miss team out there against them, so yeah. I would level danger at 3-loss level. But if they're 10-2, they're in.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree. Right now, the games that they definitely needed to win were Arkansas and Purdue, just to get back into the driver's seat and be like, okay, now that we got our losses to Miami and A&M out of the way, now let's get back to what got us to the national championship in the first place and start kicking some ass.
Well, here's the thing: like Texas A&M and Miami, didn't beat them badly, and Texas A&M and Miami are both top 5 teams. So, I mean, those losses don't look bad. So, like, if they go 10-2 and those are the only 2 losses they have, they'll be just fine.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I'm just looking at it like, Marcus Freeman is not going to take his foot off the gas anytime soon. This man is going to look to go for the jugular every single game from here on out.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but speaking of Miami, who was on Notre Dame's schedule for the first game of the season, with them out to a 4-0 start as they head into their upcoming game against Florida State, is the U back?
So here's Miami has had some really good teams and been very disappointed in the years past. They'll do stuff like this and take crazy losses. But I will tell you, at this point, everything that I've seen at this point tells me that Miami is a legit team. Beating Notre Dame was the first clue that Miami had a lot of shit figured out. And Miami is the best offensive line in the country. If you watch Carson Beck, man, he's got all day just to sit back there and dissect them. I mean, line is the most important piece of a football team. I don't care what anybody says, because if you don't have a good one, like, you're not going to win games. And if you have a great one, you're going to win games you shouldn't. Miami has. So, yeah, Miami's legit. The U is back until further notice.
Oh, yeah. No, and it's like Nick Saban said from the get-go, if you want to win football games, you win in the trenches. That's where the main pieces start if you want to be able to compete for a national championship and everything like that. And like I said earlier, Carson Beck really picked up where Cam Ward left off. Like you said, he's had all day to be throwing the ball in the pocket. The dude can watch the Godfather trilogy. He's got so much time in the pocket. And, I'm not trying to knock Kirby Smart here, but Carson Beck did go from him to Mario Cristobal, which is still a good it's not a downgrade by any means, because they're both great coaches in their own right.
Well, I mean, Kirby Smart is way more established legendary coach than Cristobal. Kirby Smart got a couple natties, Cristobal don't. But what you saw here is Carson Beck got injured right before the playoffs last year. If he doesn't get injured and an 18-year-old Gunnar Stockton forced into his very first start as in the playoff game, like Georgia may have won the national championship last year. Let's not play like Beck wasn't great last year. The difference this year is Mario Cristobal's offense is designed way better for him than Kirby Smart's was, and he's just out there blowing people out, man. Like really cool combo.
Oh, yeah. No, like, he's plus on top of that, he came from Georgia. He's got that national championship experience, and he's got that like seniority to pass on to the other players to be like, here's what we got to do. Here's how we attack it. And here's where we start.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but man, oh man, college football just continues to be more and more surprising each and every year. It's absolutely crazy. But what's even crazier was the fact that for the wild card to get the baseball playoffs started, we saw baseball's biggest rivalry being the Yankees and Red Sox get things started. And honestly, it really wasn't any surprise that the series went all 3 games. Me being a biased fan, I was expecting the Yankees to come out, beat down the Red Sox, and be like, let's just move on out of the way and move on to the ALDS. But Boston came to play, and there's no doubt about that. I was not for nothing. Like, I was really impressed with Boston, what they were doing, and then all of a sudden, Game 3, Cam Schlittler comes on and strikes out 12, pitches 8 innings, and like, dude. So, is it possible for the Yankees to make a serious run in the playoffs as they head to Toronto?
All right. So, real quick, a recap on that. I said Boston was going to go to the playoffs this year. I said it before the season, the additions they had. And I said they would probably lose in the first round of the playoffs, and that's what we saw. But so we got, let's just go like the series Yankees versus Toronto, right? So what we saw was the Yankees had a lead, collapsed the lead, and Toronto took the East, right? So we saw the Tigers had a lead, blew a big lead, and the Guardians or Indians won the Central. Well, what happened when they rematched in the playoffs, Detroit got their revenge rather quickly, to be honest with you. I mean, I know it was a 2-1, but they took them out. Like, you won the division, but you go in the fuck home. And I think the same thing with the Yankees in Toronto, because like it was a good run Toronto had, but like playing, Tampa Bay and Kansas City, racking up these wins is not the same thing as beating the Yankees in a 7-game series, and they're not going to. Give me the Yankees in this series.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to take the Yankees as well in this series. Don't get it twisted. Toronto has a solid lineup and a solid team put together as well. But the Yankees have had more experience, and they are definitely hungry, and they honestly looked like they were playing with a chip on their shoulder against the Red Sox. Like, okay, we lost in the World Series. Now we get to face our biggest rival in the wild card and our second biggest rival in the division series. Oh, it's lock-in time.
Man, it is kind of sad that we didn't get Yankees Red Sox in the ALCS.
Yeah,
enough to make it there, to be honest. So,
yeah, no, it definitely had to hurt seeing your division rival go into your stadium and just beat you guys. So, well, you know what they say, there's always next year though. But I was really impressed with how the Cubs played against the Padres. Didn't think it was going to go all 3 games. Really thought that it was just going to be another 2-game sweep, because I mean, when you go to Wrigley Field and in October of all the times to go, like, man, there's no energy that can match what Wrigley is going to be providing. But Padres came to play. They both teams had a even season split against each other, and yeah, I wasn't really surprised. And now we get to witness the battle for the NL Central as the Cubs are heading up to Milwaukee to take on the Brewers.
So I thought San Diego would win that series. But it was a good series, 3-game co-series. So before the season, I said the Brewers had the potential to be the best team in baseball. And, I kind of got giggled at, but fast forward to the end of the season, and they finished the season with the best record in baseball.
Yeah.
Over the Dodgers, over the Yankees, over the Phillies. Like, that's impressive work.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think the Brewers are going to beat the Phillies or the Dodgers, but I do think the Brewers can beat the Cubs. Now, whether that happens or not, I couldn't tell you. But my gut says, to be honest with you, my gut says, Brewers in 5.
Ooh, okay. That's a bold prediction, but I like it.
Look, if we go the full series with the Cubs and Brewers, we got our money out of baseball.
Oh, absolutely. It wouldn't surprise me if this went all 7 games, but yeah, it's definitely going to be a fun one to watch.
5-game series, right?
Is it?
In the divisional series, 5 games and 7.
Oh, okay.
CS in the World Series, right?
Look, yeah, you might be right on that.
Okay,
So I'm so used to like, yeah, because like in the next like divisional series for like basketball and hockey, from there on it's 7 games.
It is, and baseball maybe too. Like they changed so many rules over the past 3 years with you can't throw to first but twice, and now you have a pitch clock and the bases are bigger. I mean, like that's a lot of rule changes. So a lot of things get misconstrued in my head. So
oh yeah, and on top of that, the news broke earlier today that the MLB will now be implementing a automatic strike system of like if you want to challenge whether the call was a ball or a strike.
So it's really cool. They announced it last week, and I think that they ratified it today. So what it's going to be, only, from what I understand, only the catcher, the pitcher, or the batter can initiate a challenge. The manager can't because they can watch it live in the thing and they'll know, like, because they have the K's on. So only those 3 can initiate the challenge.
Oh, yeah.
So here's my question about that. I'm glad you brought that up. You have an umpire down there, right? He has an earpiece because when they challenge it, they radio down him to the earpiece, and then he tells them what happened, right?
Yeah.
So why not just call the whole fucking game on AI, radio down to the umpire? As soon as it goes, he'll hear ball or strike, and he'll know what motion to do so we don't lose that part of the thing. So instantly, as soon as the ball crosses, they'll be like, strike, and he'll be like, strike. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, absolutely. And it's like I was on TikTok today and I saw a video of, I believe on MLB's account, of 60 seconds of clear strikes that were called balls. And it's like, there is no freaking way. Not only are you that hard-headed, but you're that blind.
I mean, 55 minutes of that was Angel Hernandez alone.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
That is the sad thing.
Angel Hernandez is the poster boy as why everything should go AI and they should just radio it down to the people.
No, completely agree.
Galarraga, give him his perfect game.
Oh, yeah, he definitely does. Oh, my God.
Angel Hernandez.
That man was getting straight death threats.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, look how out that guy was. Angel Hernandez is either crooked or the dumbest man on earth, and I don't think he's dumb. So,
yeah, he more than likely had money on that game, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, but right now, we got some time before the end of the season comes around, but it's no secret that the AL MVP is going to be decided between Aaron Judge and Cal Raleigh. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, well, Raleigh led the league in home runs. He facilitated over 100 pitches on his team, helped the Mariners get their first AL West win since 2001. He's a clear favorite for the AL MVP, and it's like, look, I get that, but like, at least show me a montage of his defensive highlights, because like that is my one and only argument. I'm not knocking what he did. He had the greatest season ever for a catcher, but I want to see this dude doing what Yadier Molina was doing. Be like, go ahead, steal. I'll throw your ass out by a mile. And instead, it's mostly just been, hey, look at his home run highlights. Okay, those are cool and all, but what are his defensive highlights looking like?
So he's got to be good enough defensively to where they're not going to hold it against him, right? Yeah. And I know you're a Yankees fan, and I know what I'm about to say might sting a little bit, but you said it yourself just a few seconds ago. It's the greatest offensive year a catcher's ever had in Major League Baseball history, and they're approaching 150 years. Give him the AL MVP this year. No catcher's ever done this before. This is cool shit. I'm telling you, the greatest season ever for a catcher. How do you not give him the MVP? That's my argument.
Yeah. No, like I completely get it. Like if he gets it, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just saying that like as far as offensive numbers go, Judge has him beat by a mile. And on top of that, Judge is also the centerpiece of being part of the best defensive outfield in the league right now. So I mean, you get column A, column B, and honestly, like I said, if Raleigh wins it, I wouldn't be surprised because he did have the greatest season for a catcher ever.
you got to think though, this award is made for great seasons, right?
Mhm.
So Aaron Judge has a great season every year, right? So
Yeah.
this is just another Aaron Judge moment. Not taking away what he did. He should be second in the voting. Don't get me wrong. But are we ever going to see this again? Like, this is the kind of season that rarely happens. Like that's my argument. Like
Okay.
I just we may never see 60 home runs from a switch hitting catcher ever again. Like that may never happen again. You know what I
No.
mean?
Yeah. No, that's true. That is very, very true. But we shall see what happens. It'll be in the hands of the people that give out the award. It's literally going to be between those two guys, and it's not even close. So
60 homers. Ooh.
Oh, yes. I was like, damn, is he really going to beat Judge's home run record for hitting 62 in a single season?
He got close.
He did get close. I was like, look, if Raleigh breaks Judge's record, a literal few years after Judge just broke Maris's record that stood the test of time for God knows how many decades.
Right.
I honestly was like, okay, if Raleigh beats Judge's record, that is the AL MVP right there, and like just give the man that award.
I say give it to him anyway.
Very true. Very, very true. But speaking of Seattle, man, looks like Sam Darnold picked up where he left off in Minnesota, and now is helping the Seahawks out to a 3-1 lead as they welcome Tampa Bay. With Sam Darnold under center for the Seahawks, is Seattle poised to make a run in the playoffs?
So, all right. So I know that Sam Darnold had a good year last year in Minnesota. I get it, right? So, but I'm looking right now, and Sam Darnold is in a perfect position again. So there is not a smarter agent than Sam Darnold's agent. I'll give him that. So he keeps finding himself in these places where the offensive line plays good, the wide receivers run good routes, the defense is solid, and he's a great facilitator of the football. Like he's never going to be a great quarterback, but he's a winner. You know what I mean? He gets you the foot. You give him time, he'll get you the football, and that's good enough to have these wins, right? So yeah, Sam Darnold out there with some time to throw the ball with the football IQ that he has. Yeah, that's a big upgrade for Seattle over what they had last year. And for sure. And you're looking at it right now. Do they beat the Bucs? I mean, like, woo, what a game.
This is definitely going to be a good game because Baker found his home. And it's weird to think that at one point, both of these quarterbacks were on the same team in Carolina.
Yeah,
it's really crazy. And now they're just like out there they got their payday. They had some of the best redemption stories that I saw because Darnold was set up for failure from the get-go when the Jets drafted him. Baker was done dirtier than a Diddy party, and it's not even close because they decided to go after Deshaun Watson, ruin the quarterback market, and be like, and like even Cleveland fans are like, yeah, Baker's easily better than Deshaun. Why Cleveland did that to Baker is a mystery unknown. But honestly, I'm expecting fireworks for this game between the Seahawks and the Bucs. It's definitely going to be a good one. And yeah, I really think that Seattle can make a run in for the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, they're in a not a very strong division either. So yeah, I think Seattle. I think we could see Seattle in the playoffs. That's not crazy talk.
Oh yeah, and it'd be crazy if Seattle gets to the playoffs, and damn, next thing you know, who knows? Like maybe this might be a year for Seattle because the Mariners are in the playoffs, and the Seahawks are looking to make a run right now.
Yeah, we're probably about to see some stupid stuff in the comments. So,
but yeah, and right now, what I honestly didn't think that what happened last week was going to happen, mostly because it was like, okay, Jackson Dart is getting the start under center against the Chargers. Look, I'm picking a safe bet here, and I'm going to go with the Chargers. They have Harbaugh. They got their guy, Justin Herbert. They have a well-team put together, but I really didn't think Jackson Dart was going to go off for like 150, 160 yards, rushing touchdown, and I believe a passing touchdown, and even deliver a win for the Giants. But as the game progressed, it was like Giants' confidence was really starting to build. And so it's been decided that Jackson Dart is going to be the remaining guy moving forward for the Giants. Can they continue to win games with him under center?
So what you saw was the Giants' offensive line is not very good. And we saw that Russell Wilson's older too, so he doesn't move like he used to move. He really relies on time in the pocket, and he's not going to get that there. That's unfortunate, right? But what Jackson Dart brings to the table, he's young. Like, he's a lot younger than Winston. He's a lot younger than Russell Wilson, so he can take off, right?
Yeah.
So that. And he can move out the pocket and he can evade tacklers. And that's why you saw an effective offense under him, because he moves and they got to respect. So now they got to put a hat on him, right? Somebody out there's got to spine the whole time, which means somebody don't have to block. Somebody's going to be open in the secondary. And then that's what you saw. Jackson Dart is really, really, really good. He's better than even I thought he was.
Yeah, honestly, I really didn't expect to see that kind of game. Everybody was meshing so well together. Obviously, we're seeing Cam Scadaboo go on a legendary CTE run, and which is ironic because this dude is playing like CTE fears him.
Yes. So what do we think about Oregon? We talked about it earlier in the podcast. Oregon, I mean, they're a good team. They went on the road and won. We'll see them in the playoffs. But yeah, Scadaboo and Dart together, man.
That might feed families. Imagine
if the Giants had an offensive line. That's a scary. I mean, Giants are building something, and I see you. I'm taking notice of it.
I was like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah, I love it. Man.
Where did this come from? I was excited, but I figured the Chargers were going to get the win and not an upset.
Chargers are good too. That was a big win. The Giants got something special if they can build around it, put an offensive line there, and the Giants defense not as bad as I thought they were either. I mean, like that. I mean, they don't have a great record or nothing, but I mean, putting stuff together, at the right time. If you're going to mess up early like that, put it back together quickly instead of letting it spiral to a 1-7 record. And it looks like that might be what they do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, the only downside from this past Sunday was seeing Malik Neighbors go down with a season-ending ACL injury, because it was like, dude, Dart is about to have insane numbers if Neighbors was still healthy and played on for the rest of the season. This man's numbers were about to be through the fucking roof if Neighbors was still on that team.
I think it'll be fine. Not for Neighbors. I mean, for the Giants. What it bring? Even though having a top tier receiver like that matters. Like this, let's not get it twisted. But if Dart can do just enough, they can win games. We tend to forget that every player on the NFL team is good as fuck. Like even the backups are like prime pure athletes, right?
Yeah.
And so they'll be fine. Like, so you've got a bunch of 5-stars. So you've got a combination of Georgia, Alabama, and Ohio State's best players on one team. I mean, like, I think it'll be fine. Jackson Dart out there playing like that, Scadaboo running the ball like that. What you gonna do? Which one you gonna watch? Because you got to put a hat on Scadaboo. You got to put a hat on Jackson Dart, and that's what's going on right now. Like defense, like, what do we do? Who's getting the ball? Where's it gonna go? Brilliant football. I didn't like if you would have told me before the season we'd have been talking about brilliant football from the New York Giants, I'd have asked you to be drug tested. But here we are.
Yeah, and on top of that, this is the same team that has the toughest schedule in the league, and right now they got one win from it. If they get a win this coming week, I will be beyond shocked.
Who do they play this week?
I believe.
Oh, they played the Saints. Oh yeah, they get a win this week.
Oh yeah, no. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if they go off the same way that Caleb Williams went off against the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, the Giants will beat the Saints, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So that's what I'm saying. Giants will quickly be 2-3.
Yeah. But all right, we got some predictions coming up. We got college football predictions and some NFL predictions. So we're going to take our final commercial break, and we will be right back.
The one you love to hate. Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast, like a punch right to your face. College sports villain, taking it over the place. I'll bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. Hard rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free.
What is going on, everyone? We are back, and we got some football predictions to make. And honestly, this weekend could be about as crazy as it gets, because we got Florida State and Miami competing for the ACC. Clemson playing like hot dog shit right now. And then, oh yeah, probably the biggest shocker, Vanderbilt is undefeated and in the rankings. Insane.
I'm ready.
But let's get things started. We got first game up for college football. We got Kentucky going into Athens, Georgia to take on 12th ranked Georgia.
Spread is 19.5 here, and expect Georgia to clear that easily. Give me Georgia big.
Yeah, I'm taking Georgia big as well. They definitely need somebody to beat up on after Alabama upset them.
And then South Carolina just dog walk Kentucky without an offensive line. That's insane.
Next game up, we got 14th ranked Iowa State heading into Cincinnati to take on the Bearcats.
So this is actually AC's upset of the week. AC is very accurate on his upsets of the week. So AC, so Cincinnati's favored to win this game. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. So Cincinnati is favored to win this game by 2.5. So I'm picking Iowa State for the upset here. And I'll even go further with the upset of the week. I'm not just talking about the spread here. I mean, Iowa State's going to win this game. I mean, I'm confused. Like they beat Iowa, and Iowa is way better than Cincinnati. Get crazy talk. Give me Iowa State.
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking, making Cincinnati the favorite by 2.5, but yeah, I'm definitely going to take Iowa State as well. They're ranked 14th in the nation for a reason.
Yeah, for sure.
So next game up, we got the Wisconsin Badgers going into the Big House to take on 20th ranked Michigan.
Man, there's not a more disappointing team for me than Wisconsin. Like I know Wisconsin. I really thought they were going to be pretty decent this year, but if you look at them, so they beat Middle Tennessee State, Miami of Ohio, which is really bad teams, and they lost to Alabama 38-14. No disrespect there. Okay, so like I'm like, okay, they're fine. Like everybody loses to Bama, even Georgia, right? And then they played Maryland last week at home and got stomped at home by Maryland. That does not bode well for them. Michigan is going to win this game. Michigan's an 18-point favorite, 17.5-point favorite for a reason. Michigan will win.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and plus on top of that, they're playing in the Big House, arguably one of, if not the most insane environments for a Big Ten football team.
Oh, for sure.
So, but we'll see how that goes. Next game up, we got 22nd ranked Illinois going into West Lafayette, Indiana to take on the Boilermakers.
I wanted the Boilermakers to be good, really bad. Like I like when Purdue's good. It's like when Vanderbilt's good, or Duke's good, or Wake Forest or something, right? Good to see the teams have some good years. But this ain't fitting to happen for Purdue.
Oh, yeah. I mean, right now, Illinois is riding some insane momentum after they took out USC.
Yeah. And then they lost by 50 to Indiana. But Illinois is better than Purdue for sure.
So yeah, Illinois is favored by 8.5, and the over/under is 55.5. That should be a good game, but yeah, Illinois is walking away big time.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, in my honest opinion, this might be one of the top 2 games of the week for tomorrow, as Clemson heads into Chapel Hill to take on the Tar Heels.
Man, let me tell you something. North Carolina, as bad as Clemson's been, Clemson's going to be fine. They have like 31 drops. The wide receivers have 31 drops this year. 31. So if they only have 21 instead of 31, they're probably sitting at 3-1 or 4-1 instead of 1, or 3-1 instead of 1-3.
Yeah.
So Clemson's going to be fine. Dabo Swinney's one of the greatest coaches ever. Makes me sick to say that, but as that rival, I've watched them win national championships. Clemson's going to win this game. North Carolina's really bad. Their quarterback's only thrown for 480 yards the entire season, and he's played 5 games. So he's not even averaging 100 yards a game passing the ball, and rushing's even less.
Yeah, I was going to say, we all know what kind of guy Bill is. He loves to run the hell out of the ball.
Yeah, and their leading rusher is 250 yards after 5 games. Things are not good in Chapel Hill. Bill Belichick has a long way to go, and he's not beating this Clemson team.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm going with UNC. I really think that after Clemson lost to Syracuse, it was like, of all teams you lose to, it's Syracuse. I mean, I'm sure they have a good team put together and everything like that. But at the same time, it was like, there's no way you should have lost to a team whose only 2 major sports are lacrosse and basketball.
Though, man, North Carolina got beat by Central Florida by 30 points. Like, that's worse than losing to Syracuse to me.
That's true.
Just give me Clemson. Clemson's 14.5-point favorite, and I think that's about how it'll go. 24-10 type game. Clemson gets back on track.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Next game up, we got the Air Force heading into Annapolis, Maryland, to take on Navy.
Um, Gosh, man, Navy should win this game by 100. Like the spread, I think last time I saw it was like 12 and a half or something like that. And I think Navy covers on Air Force. Give me Navy.
Yeah. So right now, Navy's favored by 13.5.
Yeah, so give me Navy.
Yeah. Next up, we got Army heading into Birmingham to take on UAB.
Man, Army has an amazing win and 3 head scratching losses. Like I have no idea what's going on in Army. But UAB's really, really bad, and UAB's. I don't know. I think Army wins this game. I think UAB's probably one of the worst programs out there. Probably bottom 50 program. May not be bottom 10 or nothing, but bottom 50 for sure.
Yeah, no, I think this is definitely a win that Army gets to get their confidence juices flowing again. And yeah, so I'll take Army in this one. All right, so next game up, we got 7th-ranked Penn State heading into Pasadena to take on winless UCLA. Sorry, Terry, they're about to get dog walked.
How often do you see an opponent go into a P4 school like UCLA in the Big Ten, one of the big two, actually?
Yep.
And they're 24.5 point favorites on the road. I mean, Penn State may win this game 56-0. I'm not sure UCLA can score on Penn State. I'm not even joking. Like, I'm not sure if you can put up any points.
Yeah.
Penn State really, really, really big.
Same here. I'm taking Penn State big time on this one. It's because Nico's decision to go from Tennessee to UCLA needs to be severely studied because, bro, you were on a team that was considered possibly a contender in the college football playoffs, and now you haven't even seen one win yet.
Yeah, for sure, and lost money to do it. His nil deal was bigger in Tennessee.
Yeah. Should have stuck with Tennessee, dude. You'd still be winning games and having fun.
They said that his dad pushed him to ask for more money when Tennessee was like, no, we had an agreement and you have to stand by your agreement. And, he pushed for more money. And then I don't think he had anywhere else to go. I think when he hits the transfer portal and he reached out to these schools are like, no, we start the season in like 2 weeks. We're not paying you to sit on the bench. And he had to go to UCLA. I'm telling you, that's how it went down.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, UCLA could probably finish the season winless because if you're getting beat by Northwestern, there's no way in hell you're getting at least one win. That was your one and easy win right there.
And you got beat pretty bad, too. Like, it wasn't a close. UCLA is a dumpster fire. UCLA is going 0-12. They're not winning a game. It's not going to happen.
It's definitely not going to happen. But, Terry, you might need a second team on standby the way the season's going for the Bruins.
Yeah, for sure. I've been there.
Oh, yeah. All right, next up, we got number 9 Texas heading into Gainesville to take on the Florida Gators.
Now, you'll hear people talk and say how this is a trap game for Texas and Arch Manning hasn't been good at all, and Florida has the best defense in the nation, which they do, by the way. I had no idea. I learned something. How bad is their offense if they've got the number 1 defense in the land and they're 1-3? Florida's offense is awful. Like, you got the best defense in the country. You're number 1, and you're 1-3. I mean, that is insane, man. Your offense is shit. You're not going to be able to fucking score on Texas, so I'm not worried about that. Texas defense is really, really good, too. But
they are.
Arch Manning may not be the Heisman candidate right now that we're probably going to see by the end of the season. Everybody's got to remember this is his first full season as a starter. He's still very new. So by the end of the year, he's going to be just fine. And this is the game he's going to break out. He's going to go out there against the number 1 defense in the country, and he's going to win this game. And I'm like, Florida sucks, bro. Like their offense is just like, it's worse than ours. That is insane.
Yeah, and I think the craziest part is, despite the fact that Texas might be heavily favored in this game, they're only favored by 5.5. But I guess that's what happens when you have the number 1 defense in the country.
And you're on the road. Florida's a very hard place to play. They call it for a reason.
Easily. Yeah. Doesn't even come close. Yeah, next game up, this might be the game of the week right here because I'm just still blown away by the fact that I literally about to say this. Number 16, Vanderbilt, who's undefeated, goes into Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, I'm going with a gut feeling because, it's a rarity that I'm actually giving this team their flowers right now. But Diego Pavia is definitely that dude with the style of football that he's playing. Right now, I'm going to go with my gut feeling and say Vanderbilt takes it, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's a decimation courtesy of Alabama.
All right. So what you're going to see in this game is Vanderbilt was a victim of great circumstances. So Charleston Southern, they were down 20-7 at halftime to Virginia Tech, when Virginia Tech ended up having 5 turnovers. That's luck. South Carolina, Lenore Sellers get injured. They take a touchdown off the board after they call the play dead as Nicholas Harbor's streaking down the field.
Mm-hmm.
They had 2 callback touchdowns. I mean, like that. And whether it's dirty or not, or it's just incompetence, the point is, like Vanderbilt did not impress that big on South Carolina with all of those factors in there, right? We know South Carolina's offensive line's bad. And then they beat Utah State, but like Utah State, it was 42-35 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is Utah State, man. What we're about to see is Vanderbilt coming back down to reality. They're about to face, because they haven't faced a team with a good game yet. South Carolina's offensive line's bad. They called a touchdown back, and then Laura Sellers got injured. Those are factors, right? Virginia Tech, we know Virginia Tech is super ass now. Like they're losing to everybody. Old Dominion beat them down. So, so we're about to see Vanderbilt go into Alabama, who just beat Georgia, with Diego Pavia telling them that, all we have to do is show up and we're going to win and it's not even going to be close. Well, the problem is, like, that's fun talk to try to get in their heads, but Alabama's disciplined and Alabama's that good. And they haven't seen a team like this. Like they thought the win over South Carolina was a big deal. Well, we saw what South Carolina really is. So it's like that LSU win over Clemson that everybody thought was so good. Now they only won by 7. It looks like ass because Syracuse beat them by 30. And then we saw them get beat this past week. Same scenario here. Alabama wins this game, and I don't think it's close particularly. I think Alabama wins 30-20. Maybe.
Yeah, honestly, I could see that. Like I said, I'm definitely having Alabama decimating Vanderbilt on standby. But yeah, like I said, I'm giving this Vanderbilt team their flowers right now, and you never know what's going to happen. We might see one of the craziest upsets in this season alone if Vanderbilt is able to pull this off.
I hope they do. I really don't, because my wife's a Bama fan, but because Vanderbilt's been so bad for so long. But what I think we're about to see, and I'm just like, I got a feeling everybody's going to say crazy talk because everybody's high on Vanderbilt. I think they're about to lose the next 4 games in a row, to be honest with you. I think Vanderbilt's about to be 5-4, and reality's going to come crashing down because they're not Ohio State. Everybody's talking about them like they're Georgia and they're Bama, and they're not. I mean, they're good. Don't get me wrong. Utah State, and they're beating Charlotte or whoever it was, and they beat Virginia Tech. I mean, it's not the same. So I got Alabama winning 31-17, 31-20, something like that.
Hell yeah. Beyond valid. I'll say that. I'll say that much. All right. Next afternoon game, we got Boise State heading into Notre Dame to take on the Fighting Irish.
I don't even know what the spread is on this game, but I'm telling you, Notre Dame is really pissed off.
Oh yeah.
They've been playing like it since, and Boise State took a strange loss, but they're 3-1 right now. Boise State is going to come into Notre Dame, and they are going to lose bigly.
Yeah, Notre Dame is favored by 21.5.
Hey, look, I think that's perfect because I got Notre Dame winning 31-10, so that's 21 points right there. So I agree.
Oh yeah, the over under I believe is like just over 60.
I don't think we're going to see that much. I think we're going to see about 40 points, 41, 31, 10, something like that. But to hit that 45, that would mean Boise State had to score. And I don't think we're going to see Boise State score a whole lot, to be honest with you. But Notre Dame wins this game pretty easily, for sure.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it's still crazy to see Boise State actually still playing some pretty good football since Genty left, but that was their main guy last year. And now that he's not in the equation anymore, Boise State finna lose big time on this one.
Agreed.
So we shall see how that goes. And wow, pretty rare sight to see that Virginia is closing out the second to last ranking as they head into Louisville to take on the Cardinals.
All right, so here's my analysis on this. This is my game of the week, by the way, in case y'all didn't know, on College Sports Villains. This is my game of the week. Virginia beating Florida State last week. I knew Florida State was frauds. I mean, if they played Alabama again, they would lose by a lot. However, they won the game, so kudos to them, right? And then they run into Virginia. Same scenario with Vanderbilt and Alabama is what I'm saying. Florida State got a lucky win. Like, all the things went right for them like it did with South Carolina and Vanderbilt, and Florida State got the win. Well, then they ran into a complete team in Virginia, and they got beat. And, and Louisville had to come back and beat Pitt, who lost to West Virginia. Pitt, you know what? And this what it told me last week with Virginia, man, winning like they did. I'm gonna say Virginia wins this game. I would put, like, I don't bet, but if I had to, somebody put a gun to my head and said, "Hey, we win this game," I'm going Virginia. Virginia took a strange loss to NC State, but Virginia is a good football team. Give me Virginia, and Virginia is the underdog, 6.5 points.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
I'm definitely going to take Virginia as well. I mean, I'm sure they're looking at Louisville being favored, and they're just like, we just took out Florida State, and we're not favored in this game?
Because they're on the road. Gotta be.
Yeah, I'm sure they're taking that kind of thing very personal, and they're just like, okay, well, now you're about to witness a massacre.
Let's do it.
Let's do it indeed. Let's see here. All right, next game up. Surprisingly, wow. Things had to change in Oklahoma, and man, did they ever, as Kent State goes into Norman, Oklahoma to take on the 5th-ranked Sooners.
Kent State is a bottom 10 team. Yeah. Like, they were one of the worst 10 teams in all of college football. Like, Oklahoma literally go out there with 2 running backs and just direct snap and run up the middle every single time. Tell them what they're going to do, and they would still win this game. Give me Oklahoma really big.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. Here's how much Oklahoma is actually favored by. 45.5 points.
Is it 45?
45.5. Yeah, they're definitely covering that spread, and they're like, they could literally do the Larry Bird method. Tell you what the play they're going to be running, how it's going to be ran, who the ball is going to, and Kent State still wouldn't see it coming.
Yeah, for sure. John Mateer's not there. I don't know if Oklahoma will run up the score and beat them 55-10 or not. But it'll be close.
It definitely will be close.
Yep.
So yeah. All right. Next game up, we got 11th ranked Texas Tech going into Houston to take on the Cougars.
All right. I'm trying to find that game right now. What is the spread on that game? Because I can't find it.
It is Texas Tech for 11.5, and the over-under is 51.5 points.
Okay. Well, first of all, Houston, good start by Houston, 4-0. Very impressed with them. But that's where this comes to an end. Texas Tech spent $25 million on their roster, man, and they're out there. They're out there working it too. I mean, Texas Tech is dangerous, man. Texas Tech is going to win. You said 11.5 is the spread. Texas Tech covers that easily. First loss of the year.
Easily, yeah. No, this is definitely going to be a good game, and like you said, Texas Tech has spent money on that transfer portal, and obviously the betting has been paid off because they're one of the top 15 teams in the country.
Oh yeah, you got a
Hey, my team is moving on to the divisional series against the Blue Jays. Where are the Red Sox at?
Yeah, and Terry's a Diamondbacks fan. He's sitting at home with me in Atlanta. I
Yeah.
mean, let's just be honest. But yeah, no, I love talking college football. So I love doing these predictions. I'm so glad I get on tonight because this is like my favorite time, and I close every Friday. And because my show is more entertainment now. Like I don't do sport. You guys do sports better than I do, so I had to come up with another stick, right? That's
hell yeah.
Entertainment and food. But I still love
the food thing is so much fun.
It is, and I love talking sports, and that's what we do here. So I love coming on.
Oh yeah. All right, next game up, we got Minnesota heading into Columbus, Ohio to take on the Buckeyes.
I mean, this is where it ends for Minnesota. They've not been like really, really good anyway. They're 3-1, but they're not, and they're going into Ohio State. Nah, they finna be 3-2. Arts get it together. The Red River Shootout, I can't wait.
That's going to be a shootout, and you can't tell me otherwise.
Yeah, I think that's what I said. I think Arts gets right this week, and then I think it's Heisman moments at Oklahoma. So
absolutely. Ooh, bold take right here, but I like it.
I agree. So if you win the Big 12, you have an automatic spot in the playoffs. That is how it is designed, right? Texas Tech is 100% winning the Big 12. So we will see Texas Tech in the playoffs for sure.
Oh, yeah. No, that wouldn't surprise me in any way, shape, or form. But now we got next game up, and we got a rivalry renewed right now as the third-ranked Miami Hurricanes go into Tallahassee to take on the 18th-ranked Seminoles.
All right, so what we saw last week was the Seminoles coming back down to earth. They faced a complete. Thank you, man. They faced a complete team in Virginia, right? And then they got beat. So now they have to face a top 3 team. Miami is every bit as good as advertised. You watch out there, and Carson Beck got all day to throw the ball. Florida State, it's unfortunate, but I'm glad at least Florida State's 3-1. I wish they would have been 4-0. It's funny they lost, but no, Miami is a much better football program than Florida State. So 100% give me Miami.
Yeah, I'll take Miami as well in this game. And when Miami gets the win over Florida State, they will easily show that they are definitely the team that's going to be winning the ACC this year.
Yeah, for sure. I got Miami winning the ACC as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's crazy to think that at first we thought it was going to be Clemson, but now it's like, well, where the fuck did this Miami team come from? They got a legitimate shot.
I mean, Clemson still has a path. But they're not going to beat Miami even if they are to achieve that goal. So.
Oh, yeah. All right, next game up, we got Mississippi State going into College Station to take on the 6th-ranked A&M Aggies.
Well, Mississippi State has been a good story, much better than last year. Unfortunately for them, I think Texas A&M has the best defense in the country. I know everybody else has Florida by the numbers, but I think Texas A&M's the best.
And this is a night game at College Station.
Correct. And their offense is top 10 offense in the country. So I think they got the best defense and a top 10 offense. Give me Texas A&M to win until they prove me otherwise, man. Like Texas A&M's up against Bama. Like my mind's going to scramble because I think both of them are so good. But yeah, Mississippi State, great story. But like they're not going into College Station at 7:45 and taking a W. No, give me Texas A&M.
No, I completely agree. I like what Mississippi State has been doing this season because it's really like one of those feel-good stories for a team that you really thought was going to be absolute dog shit. But, you're going in. This is a nighttime game at College Station, easily deafening stadium that could cause an earthquake the same way that Auburn did on that kick 6 back in 2013.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I'm taking A&M on this one as well. And then finally, just because we still got Deion Sanders at Colorado, we got Colorado going into Fort Worth, Texas to take on the Horned Frogs.
So, man, TCU's been really good this year, man. I know they took a strange loss, but Colorado's had a couple of good wins as well. But TCU has been far more impressive. You saw what happened when you lose Travis Hunter off of that team.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure. Give me TCU. Give me TCU. Give me TCU by a couple touchdowns.
Yeah, I think it's definitely
28-14.
Yeah. But it could be like 35-28, something like that, but it really the bet.
He bet his buddy. He told his buddy that if UCLA beats Penn State, his buddy has to buy a UCLA hat and keep it. But I told him, I was like, that's the safest bet your buddy's ever made. I mean, I just be honest with you. UCLA is dog doo doo, and I'm not taking a shot at Terry. I'm just like, I've not seen a team get beat like that by Northwestern in a long time.
It's insanely crazy. But all right, now it is time to make some NFL predictions, and some of these games are going to be some real good ones. First things first, we got Minnesota taking on Cleveland in London, England, baby.
Yeah, so Minnesota, they've been pretty good so far, and I know there's a lot of down talk on Minnesota, but if you really look what Minnesota's been through, they come up and they beat the Bears, and then they lose to the Falcons in a strange game. Well, we saw after last week the Falcons might not be as bad as we thought.
Yep,
but still not great. And then they beat the Bengals, by a lot, and and then they lose, and then they're in Europe and they lose to the Steelers by 3.
I mean, they put a good comeback on, just couldn't seal the deal.
Yeah, for sure. The Vikings are one missed field goal away right now from being 3-1 instead of 2-2. So the Browns are dog doo doo too. Give me the Vikings in this game.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to take the Vikings in this game as well, and it's mostly due to the fact that Dylan Gabriel is going to be making the start. Joe Flacco will serve as the backup, and Shedeur Sanders will be QB3. And man, Minnesota's defense is just insane. So yeah, I might start them on my fantasy team, mostly because that's how confident I feel about the Vikings getting this win in London.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, next game up, we got the Las Vegas Raiders heading into Indianapolis to take on the Colts, and I believe the Colts were dragged down to reality, with a 27-20 loss to the Rams, but the fact that Daniel Jones is actually starting to ball out since leaving New York really kind of says a lot.
Well, it does. So if you look, they took a loss to the Rams for sure. But they beat some good teams out there. They beat the Broncos, man. The Broncos are a good team. I like what the Colts are doing. I say the Colts win this game.
Yeah, I'll take the Colts in this one as well. I mean, look, the Raiders did the right thing, going for Ashton Genty. They got a really good tight end being Brock Bowers. They just need to get some more key pieces and possibly a quarterback, because I don't think Geno Smith is that guy for them.
No. They've got some good pieces, Bowers and Genty. Don't get me wrong, but the problem with Las Vegas is all right, so you can't just run Genty all the time, right? You can't. Mm-hmm. So what's going to happen is you got to throw the ball, and Geno Smith ain't that dude that's going to win you football games throwing the ball. So
no. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, Colts are definitely going to take this game. Next game up, Jackson Dart still remains the starter for the New York Giants as they head into the Caesars Superdome to take on the Saints.
I don't think there's a worse team in the NFL than the Saints right now. I think they are the bottom of the barrel. I think you're going to see the Panthers beat them twice. Yeah, no. Give me the Giants.
Yeah, I'll take the Giants as well. Well, that, or hell, he even goes to fucking Cincinnati, because Jake Brown is literally destroying that team on his own.
Now, Russell Wilson is washed up, bro. He's done. He needs to he's hurting his legacy at this point, man.
He
Like,
really is. He had
he-
something going against the Dallas Cowboys, but after that showing on Sunday night against the Chiefs, it was like, yeah, no, you're not that. You're not 2013 Russell Wilson anymore.
Yeah, nobody's paying him next year, is what I'm saying. He's not going to be in the league next year.
Oh yeah. But next game up, we got the Dallas Cowboys going into East Rutherford, New Jersey to take on the winless Jets.
I mean, the one thing that I've seen, Justin Fields went the fuck off last week, by the way. Like, he went off. Justin Fields did very, very good last. But there's not an unluckier team than the Cowboys. Cowboys are 1-2-1. I mean, and could easily be 4-0.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott's playing like I told everybody he would. He's still an elite quarterback. Calm down. They ran into a lot of bad luck. I don't think the Jets could beat the Cowboys, not even at home.
Yeah. And on top of that, like, we're really seeing like what happens when you bring in a defensive-minded head coach. Like, they can't get anything going offensively. I mean, look, we are seeing a reunion of Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson and for the Jets right now. But look, Aaron Glenn, you should have stayed with Detroit, man. I'm sorry, because we already saw what happened with Robert Saleh. Obviously wasn't that dude, but he was out because of Aaron Rodgers being like, yeah, I don't like him. He's hurting my team. He's hurting my chances to help this team win. And it's like,
yeah.
Dude, you're the problem.
Well, I mean, Aaron Rodgers is having a fantastic season too.
So, all right. Now, this one might be a good one because we got the Denver Broncos going into Philadelphia to take on the Eagles, and the Eagles are favored by 4.5.
Well, that's a very close one, but the Broncos are good. Bo Nix is him.
Yeah.
I said that before the beginning of last season, and you and Mac laughed at me. And then the Broncos went on a tirade last year. Broncos are a good team, man.
Yeah,
Broncos are fantastic, right?
Yeah,
and Eagles can't win them all, can they? So give me the Broncos for the upset.
Ooh, you know what? I like the Broncos for the upset as well. It was really more of a I'll believe it when I see it kind of moment for Bo Nix, and man, he hasn't disappointed since. I mean, you got Sean Payton, who was able to help Russell Wilson do at least something when he was in Denver, and now that Denver has their guy, kid's going off and having a season. So, yeah, I like Denver in this game. I think they go for the upset and beat the Eagles.
Agreed.
So, all right, next game up, we got Miami going into Charlotte, North Carolina to take on the Panthers.
All righty. Miami going into the Charlotte Panthers. Miami's a much better team than the Panthers are, man. Like they're just, I don't know what's wrong with them right now. They're broken from inside, and Bryce Young is just dangerous enough to pull this off. Like, the Dolphins are not playing good football, and the Panthers, although the record's low, they did beat the Falcons, and all the other games were fairly close. I think the Panthers win this game.
Yeah, honestly, I think the Panthers win this game as well. Yeah, like you said, Bryce Young is definitely dangerous enough to go in and get the win. On top of that, the wide receiver that they got from Arizona has really helped out Bryce Young. Like, oh, that's my guy down there. So I think the Panthers get this win, and we start to see some very much confidence grow in Bryce Young.
I agree.
So, all right, next game up, we got a battle of one of the two worst AFC teams in the league right now, being the Houston Texans as they head into Baltimore to take on the Ravens.
So I'm trying to find this game. So I look at it this way. All right, so you say two of the worst.
Well, as far as the expectations that they were getting, both teams were getting going into this season.
they both have bad records, but they'll both be fine. The X factor in this game for me, though, is Lamar Jackson ain't playing. And you just took out 70% of the offense. Give me Houston to win this game.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with Houston as well on this for this game. It's definitely going to be good, but like you said, the main factor is Lamar Jackson being out and 70% of their offense being out as well. CJ Stroud is still under center for the Texans, and I think he and Nico Collins go off.
Agreed.
So that'll be a fun game. What won't be a fun game is seeing the Titans go into Glendale, Arizona to take on the Cardinals.
Yeah, so I just give me the Cardinals. I don't even want to comment on this. Give me the Cardinals.
Yeah, no, I'm taking the Cardinals too, but I think what's really disrespectful is the fact that Arizona is favored by 7.5.
Oh yeah. But the Titans are pretty bad, so I get it.
Yep. All right. Next afternoon game. We already talked about this. This is sure to be nothing short of a shootout as Tampa Bay goes in to Seattle to take on the Seahawks.
Yeah, so I think this is the game of the week. I'm gonna be real honest with you. Right?
That's about as straightforward as it gets.
For sure. I think the Bucks are a really good team, but at the same time I don't. If you look at the Falcons game, the Falcons have a kicker. The Bucks take a loss to the Falcons. The Falcons aren't really that good. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like we all know that, and you should have lost. And that's a problem. If the Falcons lost to the Panthers by 30, so that's concerning. Sam Darnold and Seattle they have a good defense, they have a good offensive line, a good scheme around there. Seattle is better than Tampa Bay. Give me Seattle to win this game at home.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take the Seahawks in this one as well. Plus, on top of that, it's in Seattle, one of the loudest stadiums in the NFL. And I really like what Baker and this Tampa offense is doing right now. Egbuka is really showing he is the wide receiver for the future and beyond when Mike Evans decides to step down and retire. But I mean, when you're going into Lumen Field, probably 9 times out of 10, you're going to take a loss.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I still think it's going to be an awesome game to watch though. Next game up, we got the Detroit Lions going into Cincinnati to take on the Bengals.
Give me the Lions. Joe Burrow's out.
3 months.
And to be honest with you, that defense wasn't even good enough to have a great record with Joe Burrow. And now without him, it's hopeless.
Yeah. No, honestly, it's at what point do you freaking realize that you should be signing? Look, I like the fact that they signed Jamar Chase and T. Higgins to contracts because had they left, Joe Burrow would be probably pulling the same move LeBron did when he went to the Miami Heat.
Yeah, for sure.
So, it's Detroit big time in this game. So, doubt about
Detroit's
that.
a 10-point favorite on the road. That tells you everything you need to know.
Hey, they still got Dan Campbell as their head coach, so obviously they're still going to be biting kneecaps and everything like that.
For sure.
I can't even argue that. Shout out to Napoleon Dynamite. Awesome movie. For the last afternoon game, we got the Washington Redskins going into Inglewood to take on the Chargers.
Man, the Chargers, we saw how human they were last week.
Yeah.
And then couples back with Jaden Daniels coming back. Give me the Redskins, Commanders, whatever you want to call them. They're going to win this game.
Yeah, I'll take the Redskins as well. the Chargers got brought down to reality, and like you said, with Jaden Daniels returning, there's no reason why the Redskins shouldn't get this win. All right, to cap off Sunday, we got a battle of the AFC East as the Patriots are heading into Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.
Man, what a decent year so far for New England.
Mm-hmm.
And I really hope the ass beating that they're going to take this week doesn't destroy their confidence, because I do think they're going to be a good team. And I don't say that with any shade thrown. I say that because Buffalo's that damn good, and that's a problem for every. Buffalo's going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Okay.
Buffalo's the best team in the NFL, and if Buffalo doesn't win the Super Bowl this year, this will be more disappointing. Well, I don't know. They lost 4 straight. It'll be up there in disappointments with how good they are. So I'm going to take Buffalo Bills versus the field. So when we do this next week, week after, the answer is going to be Buffalo Bills till somebody proves me wrong.
Yeah, no, I definitely like the Bills in this game, and like you said, what the Patriots are doing right now with Drake May, Mike Vrabel, and Josh McDaniel as like their main centerpieces, it's definitely a good sign for future coming. But right now, you're obviously going up against a team that literally is running the AFC East. Y'all had your fun when you had Tom Brady. Now it's time for the Bills to have their fun.
Yep.
And then Monday night, we got Kansas City going into Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars.
Man, Jaguars are good. Like, people don't understand what's brewing in Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence is finally healthy with the rest of his team healthy, and they lost one game to the Bengals with Joe Burrow, right? So, but outside of that, they've beaten the 49ers. They beat the Texans. They beat down the Panthers. Chiefs are going 2-3 to start the year. Now, if we would have said that 5 years ago, we'd have looked at each other and laughed. But it is the truth. Like,
it is.
The Chiefs are taking the L. Like,
yeah,
they're going to beat them, and the Chiefs are going to be 2-3.
Yep. No, like I completely agree. I really could see the Jaguars upsetting the Kansas City Chiefs. Trevor Lawrence is playing with a chip on his shoulder. He's got some really good pieces around him. On top of that, he's got Travis Hunter playing, 30% of defensive snaps and playing half the season on the offensive side. So what he's doing has really helped boost Trevor Lawrence's confidence. And yeah, Jacksonville is going to look good in this game.
For sure.
So, yeah, I mean, this weekend is going to be some real serious fun because we got the ALDS and NLDS series starting. And Saturday night, we got UFC 320. And then we got, obviously, college football and baseball. I mean, wow. Talk about a crazy weekend.
Yep, and hockey and basketball right around the corner. College basketball for me, but
yeah, I was gonna say I'll agree to college basketball because that's always fun to watch.
It is. It like college basketball is fun. They still play defense. Well, it's a good product.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But hey, man, thanks for being able to come onto the show, talk some football, talk some baseball as well. Enjoy your weekend. I know that tryptophan is probably kicking in right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. I ate a bunch of turkey.
Hell yeah, man. All right. Enjoy the rest of your night, man.
See you, man.
All right. All right. So that wraps up another episode of the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show you will find on social media. Like I said, tomorrow, we got the divisional series for the baseball playoffs starting. We got college football. We got UFC 320. Saturday is going to be nothing but explosive. And then, obviously, on Sunday, we got NFL games kicking off. And be sure to tune in every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Game Day Countdown with Mac and James. We recap some of the games from college football. We go over some parlays. Probably one of my cats. But yeah, so be sure to check out Game Day Countdown with Mac and James. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a fun time, and it's going to be a good time. Now, obviously, with the weekend here, have fun. Man, fuck you. Yeah, with the weekend being here, have fun. Know your limits, but have fun. And don't forget, don't add to the population. Don't subtract from the population. Don't end up in the hospital, dead, or in jail. If you end up in jail, call somebody whose phone you know by heart, and then establish dominance quickly. But hey, I want to thank everybody for joining in. Big shout out to the 40 people that tuned in and watched today's episode. I hope y'all have an awesome weekend. And obviously stay safe. Until next time, peace